Not anything.
Now, when we left off, a great deal had been revealed to you in the meantime. You had just gotten back after your rather triumphant chase into a mystery dungeon for the first time. Succeeding on tracking down the thief who had stolen the oval stone from Bubble, and beating them rather thoroughly. Unfortunately, they escaped, but you did recover the oval stone and returned it to Bubble. You returned a little battered and a little roughed up, but ultimately victorious, having forced the enemy to flee like the coward they were. When you returned, you certainly got some mixed reactions. A bit of admiration and a bit of concern towards your recklessness. But overall, you prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that you can handle yourselves fairly decently. Following this, we transition to Text RP, where your long-awaited encounter with Kindle was finally had, as Quill led you through the forest in the dusk light as fog rolled in to the south, where you found Kindle's home, a burrow in the ground, much like the ones you had become quite familiar with since awakening as Pokemon, but with a number of notable peculiarities about the place. A number of holes were dug around, presumably by the drill burr. One of you very almost unceremoniously shoved your face into the bums of.
Ass.
In addition, there was a makeshift wooden teepee that had things underneath it that was not further examined. There were charcoal mounds, mounds of sticks piled into a clay basin that were lit aflame and then covered with the clay to starve the oxygen out, converting all the wood within into charcoal. A primitive method, but a fairly effective one, and capable of producing a large quantity of charcoal. The only real difficulty is that it basically needs to be rebuilt every single time it's used. When you passed by, 3 of these mounds were sitting there, and one of them had smoke slowly spilling out of the cracks, signaling that it had very recently been made. Finally, there was the strange totem that sat just outside Kindle's home, covered in and draped in colorful strips of worn, tattered cloth, granting a bit of color to the place, as well as a dream catcher that does not seem of human make, and a beaten old chime to add a little ambience as it rang in the wind. When you entered into Kindle's lair, you proceeded to ask them some very hard questions that had some very hard answers. Whom among you would like to describe what it is you learned?
Vera, you're up. Damn, thought that would work. Okay. So, humanity. It kind of got fucked up by, like, these alien guys who just came out of little wormholes, black holes in the sky. It was very strange. That's putting it lightly. And with them also came a weird-ass disease, which also was pretty bad. Apparently the north was where they went, but anyways, like before they went there, they were beaten up by the legendaries and the humans. They all united, and it was a happy ending, except it's not gonna stay that way. Ha ha ha.
I can hear the Aztec dubstep from here.
The what?
Sum things up, more or less. Humanity paid a grave cost for this victory, resulting in a vast majority of humanity being wiped out and forced to hide behind their walled cities. As whatever lingering corruption these things brought to bear against humanity still lingers in the world. Thankfully, Pokemon are unaffected by whatever this weapon was.
And could I add the fact that apparently something about their biology makes them dangerous to eat?
Indeed, Kindle warned you that all the human skeletons that you might find in human ruins nowadays do not belong to the ones you are familiar with, but the skeletal remains of those invaders who appeared so human-like.
It's just a shame because Marcus really wanted to eat them. Like, he was making a huge point about that.
What? Honey? No.
Scavengers have let them lie where they are, because any who eat them, or gnaw on them, scavengers who carrion eaters, which exist in the Pokemon world, there are always your scavengers and your vultures that
They do a very
feasted
fine
off
job.
on the aftermath of the grand battles that took place, human and Pokemon. Those who consumed the flesh of the invaders found themselves growing direly ill and perishing soon after. This included poison types and steel types, implying that whatever corruption is inherent to them is more than just poison.
Oh yeah, and Dash's, the Score Bunny, its trainer apparently got by that.
They have also left behind relics of the
Machines.
war.
The poison. Yeah.
Machines of war that were brought to bear by the invaders against humanity. Though most have been destroyed, some yet still remain in the forgotten, ruined corners of the world, and are very direly dangerous to Pokemon and human alike. Dash's trainer, for whatever reason, was compelled to go to one of these places and lost their lives as a result. The estranged Dash, your Scork Bunny peer, rescued from their dire situation by members of the tribe and brought here, where he has remained to this day. If you will direct your attention to the backboard, it is said that the rift first opened in the northernmost continent.
Looking that there's nothing except a point of interest remaining.
It's all gray.
They left naught but destruction in their wake, a lifeless wasteland, as they sought to destroy both and human alike. Though, curiously, they did not themselves possess Pokemon, and instead challenged the world with strange and deadly weapons of their own creation.
Okay, you forgot there's another place right here. I'm pointing.
No, they're both of them, but they're just point of interests, I think. They aren't.
It seems like a good holiday spot. I want to take a vacation there.
Yeah, we need to go skiing. Skiing.
Yeah. We could go skiing in Nicara and give Marcus PTSD. That'd be fun.
Titania also saw fit to ask a particular question that may or may not have triggered everyone else in the group. That being the details of the nature of being caught in a Pokeball. Kindle explains some curious information about the exact details of how a Pokeball functions beyond the obvious that we have all come to know. Questions that has brought up as many lingering on the thought.
No, it doesn't.
Speak for yourself.
You're right.
Oh boy.
The increasing possibility that the lives you once lived is not so distant a memory as it might have been believed creeps into your minds. And one among you face this reality in a rather intense moment. That being Marcus, who kind of got had their token meltdown, the last of the 4 so far. Emerging from it with an extra point of logic, 1 less instinct, and a lot of mommy issues.
That sounds incredibly wrong. You know that, right?
Yeah, I think that's the point, actually.
That's
But it's
fine.
not wrong. It just
Yes.
sounds bad.
Daddy does that.
Yes.
You all deserve that. Hear that.
Yes.
It would seem that there's the curious Marcus's behavior was not so unjustified as initially thought. He confided in this with Ram. Each of you having a bit of a spat at each other. Intentions run high, emotions run hot. That is to be expected, learning what you did and dealing with the problems you all now face. And so you separated for the night to hopefully not have horrible nightmares, which you didn't.
Yay!
That's a
Except me, I
change.
think.
Except
Except me, I
in a
think.
while.
Ram and Marcus found themselves retiring in the Generosity Den once again. With Thunder, who was a little surprised to see Marcus, but was was more than willing to accommodate. Eri, Titania, retired to your nursery, to the room that is supposedly yours, but perhaps not so often used by you. Where they laid down and were summarily consumed by the fluff that is an Altaria. Point. They are actually completely invisible to outside observers underneath the Altaria.
Nice.
We are currently choking to death.
Action. But as the fog begins to clear in the morning light, another day passes. You all awake to a new day, rested. You have recovered 3 HP if you remained injured. And since you have properly got some sleep this time, a will. A singular will, but a will.
Oh well.
Whatever will you do with that will?
Probably blow it on like a sing or something.
Yeah, will ya?
One other little detail of what occurred last night. It seems Marcus's request has been granted. Frost, the Alolan Sandshrew, whose name took me 3 days to discover, I promise, tore down the old crumbling forge building and settled them into neat stacks of stone and wood, under the impression that they were growing unstable, and this proved dangerous to anyone near them, which was not a lie, regardless of if any among you had ulterior motives.
Yeah, I have Altaria motives. I'm sleeping in one right
And
now.
there they lie. Four of you awake. 2 of you in the den with Generosity. Many of them are awake, going about their daily thing. Some of them have already left. Titania and Eri, Altaria is clearly not a morning person as you awake within her wings.
Nice.
Fuck.
I attempt to leave the wings without awakening her.
Yes, I shall do the same thing.
That would be dexterity stealth.
Yes, so dexterity.
Dex.
I mean, it's one success.
2.
Clearly, the Salteria sleeps like the grave, which suits everyone just fine, as the both of you manage to exfiltrate yourselves from the fluff. In a rather comical moment, where both of you, at that point unaware of the other's presence, simultaneously poke both of your heads out from underneath the wings and see each other's heads.
I just wave.
Hi.
And with a little bit of caution, you manage to leave, entering the main tunnels.
I go clean up the message I left on the ground next to the nests.
I'm gonna go outside.
And then I need to go to the Pokemon Center. I need to speak with. I need to give something to Gentleheart, which I didn't do last time.
Very well.
At least I still have the item in my inventory, so I am pretty sure I didn't give it to her.
Harry, before either of you manage to leave, it is none other than Empathy that rounds the corner and sees the two of you as she frowns. You two weren't here for dinner last night.
No, we needed to go see. Apparently, we needed to go see Kindle.
She raises her eyebrow. Did you learn what you needed to?
Yeah. Some
Too
bad,
much,
some
really?
good.
Well, make sure to get something to eat. I think Weaver left something for the four of you in case you came back.
Oh god, that'd be nice.
I tried leaving. I look at Erin and like I tried leaving you a message, but I guess you didn't see it.
Turns out
My
Ari
eyes
was
are
carried
bad.
home, so she couldn't have.
Yep.
Many Eyes, seeing Ari feeling sorry for herself in the grass, picked her up, brought her home, and threw her into the Altaria.
Nice. Psychic yeet.
To the Fluff Baby jail.
And with some effort, no, not too much, you do come across parcels wrapped up in leaves that was meant for you yesterday.
I am gonna grab it and stick it in my backpack. In my pack.
You have the room.
Yep.
Yeah, wait, so I assume there's 4 of these.
Yep.
Okay, I'll take all 3 of them.
Very well. Meanwhile, Ram and Marcus, you come to your senses in the Generosity Den to the sound of light activity. As you find individuals here are going about their day. Although it would seem that the Chanseys, as well as the Blissey, have a pretty relaxed lifestyle, and that their job is basically just to exist.
I mean, yeah, they make food.
So they have a rather laid-back time in this village, where the village themselves don't want them overly risked. So they take it easy at the village's request. But there are some here that do have responsibilities. Rumble and Blue are absent, as well as all of the children. That being the as of yet unnamed Shroomish, that is cursed with a permanent grump face, the two Merrill sisters, and Smile. But there is someone to greet you as you both awake. None other than Thunder.
When I awake, I'm going to go. I fucking hate the morning.
Morning, Marcus. Morning, Thunder.
Oh, good morning. I'm hoping you slept well. You didn't exactly look... Never mind.
Well, I slept good for once, I say.
Thanks for letting us crash here. I'm sorry we came in so late, Thunder.
Don't think anything of it. Just be careful staying out so late, huh?
We had to go see Kendall. It took longer than we thought.
I'm just gonna go up and leave and say, well, thank you, but I'll be on my way then.
See you later. Make sure to get something to eat.
Is there extra food here, Thunder?
He kind of glances over to like a basket full of apples.
Yes. Ram is going to run over and grab some apples and throw one at Marcus.
I'm going to
Marcus.
catch it, but I'm not gonna. I guess I'll save it for later.
3 decks, you catch it effortless.
So I'm just gonna go out, and I'm going to walk to meet the others.
I'm gonna say goodbye to Thunder and just be like, he's having a hard time. I'm gonna go follow him. Thanks for letting us stay here again.
Okay. Hey, can you come back with... Never mind.
What? What do you need?
Good news?
Oh. I mean, I'll try.
I'll be right back in a moment.
Thanks for always being cool, Thunder. And then I'm gonna run after Marcus.
You lead,
Meanwhile, I assume-
as it is Thunder's job to watch the entrance today. Dash is somewhere
Oh,
doing the
ominous.
fire rabbit thing.
Throw him in the lake.
So he found a carrot somewhere. In a way only rabbits can find.
Aren't carrots actually like not good for rabbits?
That is the irony. That's why he roasts it first, like many fire types. And in time, you all reconvene, with Eri carrying some parcels.
Hi, they left some food for you.
Thanks.
Right, there's-
Sorry, I'm out, so what I miss?
You regrouped, and Eri has brought some parcels that she has
I guess-
offered.
I guess the open mind start eating, and as I'll speak to the two.
I give
Clean-
mine to Marcus,
cleaning.
but I give the other one to Rim, and I'm like a little awkward.
Ram is very awkward.
There is just like,
The awkwardness is palpable,
I'm just going to
I'm
look this.
sorry.
given every Muna and 5 miles anxiety.
Ram is gonna take the parcel and just like stick his head in it, but like kind of look up and be like, "Eri, that yesterday was me. I'm sorry."
No, that was completely insensitive of me. God.
Don't know. I had some time to think after some things, and I'm more overwhelmed than I like to let on, and it's hard for me, and sometimes I just kind of take it out on things that frustrate me, and that was frustrating for me, and I'm sorry, because you didn't deserve that. You were trying to help.
Gary looks actually appalled that he apologized to her instead of the other way around.
Any Ice calls from the den. Y'all are too nice.
And she's like, right.
Guys, I pipe up as I swallow down some of my food. Something came up last night with me as I looked down at everyone.
Ram wiggles his tail, just waiting.
Oh?
I think I remembered something last night. Something not very happy.
Do you want to talk about it, or...?
I may as well, as he kind of takes a breath. I remember. So you know that place where Sunstone is?
Oh, actually, I don't.
Well, it's in a continent called Nicuria, which it's directly northwest of here, and that's where I'm from. And I remember running away from home from you guys' size. Someone, my kind of just stutter, pauses for a moment and says, "Well, let's just say I couldn't stand being around my mother anymore, so I ran off one day and he kind of looks off and says, and I don't know how I know this, but apparently they, whoever they are, need my help."
Where the fuck is the Child Protective Service in the Pokemon world?
They're too busy keeping the Pokemon server secure. Child Pokemon.
Why would the child... Oh. Okay.
Them breeders, man. Them breeders.
Really
So
going
I
on?
remembered where I'm from. The place is called Palmetto. It's an outpost not far from Sunstone, I think. And so if you want to ask how I feel about this, I think we need to go to Nikira as soon as possible and find the truth as soon as possible.
Ram kind of looks down at the ground, and he just kind of says, and I don't disagree, actually.
I don't think it's the best idea. I mean, they've harped on and on about how the outside world is dangerous. I don't disagree with them, but if you guys are on board with it, then who am I to disagree?
I do think that we need to prepare first, or find a ride, because I don't know how we're going to cross a continent.
Think we could convince someone?
With the right story, maybe. I mean, we can't all ride Marcus's back across the ocean.
And I'll say, well, and perhaps in exchange for that, they might have us do a couple of things before we can, even though the kind of reason the time of the essence. If we just loiter around here, we'll never arrive at the truth.
Ram kind of looks at Marcus like, but if we hurry too fast, we'll die.
Yes,
Can't find the truth if we're dead.
Yes, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, we just had to find a balance between being ready and not dying.
What if he had a big, strong Dragonite to escort us?
Seems like that'd be the safest route, wouldn't it?
But he probably too busy to ferry the four of us to God knows where.
With how fast he flies.
He's probably strong enough to carry all of us.
I'm not doubting that. It's just, he's a leader. He's got responsibilities.
I mean, wasn't he like just gone for a while, leaving Barricade to do everything when we were hatched?
He has co-owners.
2.5 days.
But I'm not saying that's not worth looking to, but you know what? We should probably see if we can convince him.
Besides, leaving without telling anyone just seems a little... eh.
Yeah, I think we'd have some serious issues coming back and having to deal with that drama if we just left without telling anybody.
Aria's more thinking of it from a moral standpoint, but
I'm trying
yeah.
to convince Marcus of the social implications he would have to deal with afterward.
Oh, you're emotionally blackmailing.
Yes, everyone will worry and will ask you questions and want to talk to you.
Everyone will hate you if you do this. Don't.
Not even that. They'll just keep asking you questions and why did you do that? Are you okay?
They will hunt you down and force social interaction.
Yes.
I'm going to face palm as I going to bang my head against the nearest tree.
Turns out you woke up dusk. He was in that one. Dope.
Neuburn glares at you. Wrong tree.
Imagine that.
It is early morning. The sun has just begun to rise, so much so that the mist is still clearing.
Either way, he looks at three of you. Why don't we look and see if we can get a talk with Valor about that and see what we can do?
Yeah, let's see if we can convince Valor to help us, and then we can try and make some kind of plan to supply and stock up and whatnot.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
I still feel like there's a lot of jam to be unjellied.
Ram licks his lips.
You might want to rethink that one.
That's fair. Gonna keep eating.
I'm going to eat and quickly finish my food before I throw the parcel away and say, well, no time like the present, right? So why don't we see if we can find Barricade or something and ask him?
But do we really need to rush these things like this? Can't we just take some time to train and just unwind before talking to people?
I'm going to look at Ram and say, well, you did say to prepare, so again, no time like the present.
To be fair, I think that if we talk to Valor now and figure out what we have to do to convince him to take us there, that's a starting point for us to know how to convince him. And then we can also prepare after we have an idea, if everyone's okay with that.
I mean, if we spoke to them after we were more prepared, if we spoke to him after we were more prepared, it'd be more inclined to just take us there.
Do we not want him to just be ready for it? You're saying like the moment we talk to him we have to leave.
And I'm going to put my finger up. He probably has some do a few things before he agrees, anyways.
Yeah, I doubt he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll take you to a different continent. I'm sure he's gonna, I don't know, decide to fight us again.
This time they'll Mega Evolve.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's. If the whole party's in agreement, let's go over to Valor, because he's doing.
Last you
We don't
saw
even know
Valor,
where Valor is.
last you saw him, was in the medical facility yesterday because he was still recovering
Okay, let's go to the medical facility yesterday.
I
by
mean,
getting thrashed by a bunch of children.
damn, I was going there anyway. Sorry.
Oh yeah, we're not walking there together. We're just happening to go in the same direction.
Baka. You may proceed if you wish.
Okay, I wish.
We are a little bit past the point where I shall be bogging you down with describing your every motion.
Okay, so I use my left foot.
I'm
and
pretty
then my
sure-
right one.
I am pretty sure you're familiar with Green Lodge and the majority of its denizens at this point.
Do I need to roll to walk?
Yes.
All too well.
I don't do that often.
I'm back. So
With time, you go to the last place you saw Valor, which was the old broken Pokemon Center.
Ram's gonna walk through the door like, "Good morning."
Go follow after him.
Nah, I was thinking about a random encounter, but
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
let's not bog things down. We don't have the same time that I would have intended, but that's not a problem. As you
know
enter-
what? Actually, while Ram goes in first, Marcus is right there. Can I just whisper to him? Hey, wait. He needs you a lot more than you know. And I follow him inside.
what do you say?
Stay with him. He needs you a lot more than you know.
I nod.
All right. In we go.
And inside, it seems fate is on your side, as you see none other than Valor with his arms crossed, looking actually a little irritated for once, talking to Gentleheart.
I want out of here.
Oh no, the parents are fighting.
And then Mega punches. Then they punch each other in the face, glare at each other, and then laugh, pretend it never happened.
Gentleheart just took a freaking mega punch from a Dragonite. She's my new best
Someone
friend.
Narrow my eyes and say, "Not me."
I mean, she could have Mega evolved herself. They both Mega and punch slowly.
Oh no.
They solve their differences with their fists.
Yeah, every problem can be solved with violence.
Archer just comes in the window and picks the four of you up and runs away, terrified.
Mm-hmm.
You stay out of their way when they're like, They notice you come in with your grand exclamation, and Valor's expression does soften a little. Well, there you four are. I was intending to speak to you sometime soon.
Sounds like
Funny. We were wanting to do the same thing, actually.
Right. Would you like to talk? Well, he kind of looks around, notices that really it's only him and Aldino here. Well, never mind. I was going to suggest maybe going somewhere private, but Gentleheart's already in on things.
and she would hear us anyway. No offense, Gentle.
Gentleheart speaks up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you start.
I'm going to clear my throat. So, we discovered, well, mainly I discovered something last night about myself and about the world we live in. You know where Nikira is, right?
Yes. Secure is actually where the group that Milio is part of went back to.
So,
Oh no.
I got some of my memories back, and apparently I'm from around there, and there's that sunstone place there too, coincidentally enough.
Well, if you could retrace your steps from your human life, we might be able to find out if you were really them, or just have their memories, or how long ago those memories even were. Honestly, I don't think we have any of those answers yet, unless you've remembered.
I remembered a detail about my life, though I'm not too keen on sharing, admittedly.
That's
It's-
fair enough. That's
it's not-
private. You're not
But-
obligated.
If I may be so forward, I'm going to breathe in. We would like to know what we can do to get over there.
Like physically, or what you need to do for me to let you?
For you to let us.
Well, first of all, allow me to say what I had to say before you continue. I hear you talked to Kindle yesterday.
We did indeed do.
What did you talk about?
The war.
He frowns. Great. I guess that means Kindle's in on it too. Hardly a surprise.
I frown and
Is that a bad
say,
thing?
well, he did ask me about what we are, and I couldn't, and it seemed to be, I just didn't want to be dishonest is all.
It's fine. Kindle can be trusted to be discreet. That's usually not something he likes to talk about.
I understand. I could see it on his face, even.
Did he tell you about his last trainer?
I'll remain silent as I look at Ram, Denarian, and Titania.
No, he didn't.
Not that I remember.
I don't think so.
Well, Kindle, in their long life, has been caught twice. The second one fought in the war.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Huh.
Well, that's just makes that whole interaction even sadder. Okay.
I promise you that whatever he told you, he knew from personal experience.
That's sad.
Now,
I did it out.
not to drag this mood down any further, you learned what you needed to. You would have had to have done so eventually. Especially if you're planning to leave this place and explore the world. I heard you got into a spot of trouble yesterday. Didn't I explicitly tell you not to go into a mystery dungeon?
But you didn't tell us to explicitly not, make Bubble happy. Ram just looks sideways.
We didn't know it was a mystery dungeon until we were in there.
What they mean to say, we're sorry.
I'm going to speak up and say, well, as much as I had to break that promise. Otherwise, if I didn't break that, if I kept it, well, I sigh and say, I think the people at Generosity's Den might be a bit more not as well off.
He sighs and smiles. I've already heard the details. It was reckless, but you did well. The whole reason that we forbid it in the first place is the risks involved. But you seem to handle it all right. Now, I'm not saying that I'm too keen on allowing you to do so again. However, you've proven to this tribe that you have some idea of what you're doing, at an alarmingly young age at that. Now, the 6 of us know why, but the rest of the tribe, not so much. But they have caught wind of what you've done yesterday. And that should be enough. Without having to worry about the questions, I can safely say that I will be recruiting the 4 of you as junior warriors. You will start commencing tasks for this tribe, so long as you remain here.
That sounds
This
like
will better prepare you for the world outside and have the ulterior motive, beyond experience, allowing you to operate on your own more freely and gather the materials and supplies you will need to take your journey. I will not be allowing you to leave until such a time that I have deemed that you are strong enough to handle yourselves and that your preparedness is acceptable. I have traveled this
So then-
land far and wide, and I have an idea of what you might need and what to expect.
So then, if we can be, if we're being direct, what would that be?
Wiping the floor with you? Consider it done. Actually, wait, no.
I kind of glance at Ari as I sigh. Good grief. I like having my bones in place, thank you.
The tasks you will be presented with will challenge you and force you to improve. Make no mistake. You can think of it as like training, just subtle for the rest of the tribe. It is my understanding that naturally, due to your situation, the day would come when you would leave this place. Admittedly, that does bring me down a little. You will always be welcomed back.
I smile and say, well, that's appreciated, and well, if we go, we'll come back.
Regardless of your true origins, you were hatched here. That makes this place your home as much as any other. When you are ready, I'll get in contact with some friends. I'll arrange you transport. I cannot take you myself, but I'm not the only thing that can carry you across the seas.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
For now, rest, recover, get situated.
Though,
I will give you your first mission in a few days' time when you are ready.
I nod and, by the way, if you don't mind, can I ask you a quick question about the local area?
Ask away.
Where can I find clay? Like, clay as in the soil.
Clay. I believe Drillbur knows best, as well as Blue, since it's in that area. You'll find clay at the river to the east, along its banks. Drillbur knows the best places. Dust, sorry. He's usually helping Kindle. He is old.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask for you, and well, thank you.
Kind of raises his eyebrow at you. I get the distinct impression you might have something planned.
I think it's better if you got to see it in action. I say with,
Very well. And what of the rest of you?
That's a good question, honestly. guess I'll see what I can do. In
Sorry,
terms of
what-
tax anyways.
Well, what was the question?
What you gonna
He was asking if any of you had any more questions.
Ah, no. I mean, well, I needed it both in character and out of character. Anyways, yeah. No, I don't have any more questions.
Well, until next time then. There's some
I
things that
will-
I need to take care of.
I'll take
Bye.
a bow to a martial arts bow to Valor and say, "Until we meet again, I'm going to leave."
He waves you all. And so, Well-
There, to speak with gentle heart.
right.
I don't have questions for Valor, but I need to give stuff to.
Valor will leave as well, flying off, doing whatever it is he needs to do as chief of this tribe. Gentle remains behind, having been silent witness to your discussion. And is there something you need?
Yes, like yesterday, I got this, and I cannot use it. It's an energy root. I think they told me it was.
Ah, yes. I use
Produced the energy root from my backpack.
I use those in the medicines. Yes.
Mhm. I forgot to give it to you yesterday. I was pretty bummed out.
Well, why don't you come by later? Seeing as the four of you get into so much trouble, might as well prepare something just in case.
Okay. Oh. I'll for sure come back later then. And then I leave.
So you do.
But I go towards Dusk House.
Ah,
Ram is
around.
Was around here somewhere.
What was that, Ram?
Ram is gonna look over at Marcus and Ari and just be like, "So, did he need us to do work, or who's gonna tell us that there's work to do?"
I'm sure someone will.
He told you to relax for now. That was your mission.
Yeah,
I shrug
yeah.
and say, "Let's just relax for now and worry about that later."
So relax, aka we just cause mischief.
Fuck that, I need to get stronger.
Now, you are officially a team. You have no name yet, but you are considered junior warriors, which has gotten your foot in the door. Your escapade into the mystery dungeon yesterday was the equivalent of a D-rank mission, meaning that you already have 10 points associated with your team. Now, the ranking system for mystery teams isn't set exactly a hard set in stone organization like you might normally associate. There are no fancy badges, unfortunately. I must inform you.
Damn.
But it is still tracked. The purpose of which is to determine rank ups, which happen naturally without necessarily needing a guild member to rank you up, as well as something of a reputation indicator. The higher you rank as a team, the higher your actual rank is statistically, and the more publicity you have. The more people are aware of you and your capabilities. And because of this, they're willing to give you more dangerous tasks in the form of higher grade missions.
I wonder if we can rope more children into this scheme of going across the ocean.
Yay!
Child army.
A child army.
Glances at
Child
Fire
army.
Rabbit.
Yeah, that was the main candidate.
I
don't
will say
know how
that
Valor
among
feels
the
about
people
that.
of this town, there are 2 prime candidates, perhaps, for recruitment.
Dusk and Dash.
Doesn't Dusk work as a scout?
He is training to become a scout.
Hmm.
So
Well, is there anyone else that we've been? Because like Titanian's been sucking off us the entire time. And we've been hanging out with Dash a
why?
lot.
Actually, I think once.
You could try to take one of the Merrill sisters with you, although they are mostly inseparable.
That's gonna end horribly.
Yeah, for both of them.
Yeah, we need both of them.
No, don't worry, we're just taking Sprout. We just put it in our inventory. It's
We need
that
to
small.
increase
They
our
would
social
fit.
links with them.
Yeah.
You could very much pick up Sprout and shove them in your pocket. Walk away.
Yep.
Sprout
Sprout!
probably wouldn't even scream.
Fucking stepped on instantly. Holy shit.
Mind empty.
Away from our continent with spells.
No, we just pull him out and then you say, hey Sprout, can you use like a sleeping powder or something? And he's like, yeah, sure.
He's listening to the same. Oh god, that's a dream. Anyways.
Like instead of having pocket sand, you have pocket Sprout.
We're just gonna lose him. We're gonna immediately lose him. Somebody's gonna put him in a bag and he's gonna fall out, and we're gonna lose him on a different continent.
Yeah, you have a weird interpretation of seed bomb.
We can load him
They're
into a
just like your
slingshot.
pepper spray. They're just like your pepper spray. They have stun spore, poison, poison, stun, and sleep powder.
Grenade!
Poison
Tactical Sprout incoming!
Just pull him out, he's always perma full cover behind us, and it's just like, hey, stun powder everywhere, stun powder, paralyzed powders on everyone.
Look at the size
You've
of this
activated
creature.
my trap card.
Look at the size of this creature.
Mm-hmm.
But
Aw, at the size of this lad.
But you are left to your own devices. Quite officially, news will spread quickly of your recruitment as junior warriors, earning admiration from some, jealousy from others. You now, although it might be unwise to leave the forest, are free to leave the village, at least, should you choose to explore.
Ooh.
Time to go suicide in a mystery dungeon again.
Just try not to get lost.
No.
Time for me and Dusk to go suicide in a dungeon.
Don't go immediately mugging that human ranger. That's been brought up multiple times and maybe plot relevant. Cough.
Cough, yeah. No, I won't go there instantly.
But,
Oh.
Titania, if I
Mhm.
might be so bold to ask, what is your intention with Dusk and Vigil?
Oh, invite Dusk to train with me.
I see.
I am training for psychic moves. He's immune to psychic, I think. I'm pretty sure he's dark type already.
yes.
They are.
Yeah, so he's the perfect dummy.
Noah reminds me of a certain bug in the bug.
What? I was not listening.
Titania wants to train with Dusk because they're dark type and immune to their attacks. Their psychic attack. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It does.
No, sorry. Yeah, the joke falls flat if you're not paying attention.
Oh.
That's
What, are you making like a phallic reference?
I'm talking about Amp and the bug, our ground bug, our Ninkata, the ground type. When I was blasting him
Oh.
with Thundershock. Okay.
Right, that guy. Sorry, he doesn't have much of a personality, so.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
And
Personality
Ari
amp.
gets smote.
Dusk will assist you. And so it is, for the first time, since going on that lengthy explanation, you all have the opportunity for downtime. You largely determine how much downtime you want to take as a collective. The only requirement is that you all agree. In the event that something takes place before you, well, say you want to go a week and something happens on day 4, I will interrupt. In the event that something takes place on one of the days. Other than that, the only requirement, how long you take to yourselves until outside forces act on you, is that the 4 of you must come to an agreement on the matter.
I need at least 9 days, probably more. So 2 weeks is fine for me.
I would shoot for at least a month.
2 weeks from
Let's go the full year. Let's just.
I vote that we do a week and then reconvene and go from there.
The point being that if you don't give me at least 9 days to see if I can get lucky enough to get enough successes, 1 week is not gonna do anything. I'm still gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm almost there. I still need a few days.
Meanwhile, fucking 13 successes McGee over here needs like an entire month to learn Tailwind. Fuck me.
I mean, I'd like to train and learn charge.
Charge is nice if you have the time, especially in PokeRole.
Look, okay, a month is just 1 more week than 2 weeks if you think about it.
No, it's 2 more weeks.
In some cases,
it's typically 4 months.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Does that sound good? Do we like that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a really long time to do one action, because if one of us ends early, then...
No, I end early, but I have many other things to do.
Then you can learn something else or do something else. Listen, I want my juicy team stacks up by 2.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's,
Yeah.
it's either that or I get acrobatics, but like Tailwind's really good.
Yeah, Tailwind is very good for everyone, and I plan on getting light screen because I need a. Titania wants a psychic move. There is no point in wasting so much time getting a psychic damage move when I'm gonna get them when I get the 3rd point in instinct.
Yeah. I'm just worried that if we use too much time, Silas is going to be like, "Oh, look at here, consequences to your actions."
I mean, we are gonna get a mission in the near future, but we need to.
Yeah, I'm just more like doing it like we'll see, like not. Let's not go too hard in.
3 weeks.
3 weeks is fine.
3 weeks sounds like a good time. All right.
Maybe I can learn both light screen and lucky chant.
Hop. If only Lucky Chant stacked. Imagine that.
That would be fucking bullshit. Oh hey, every check you roll, you get two free rerolls.
Yeah, here's 2 dice to everything you roll. Have fun.
I mean, it's not 2 extra dice because if you have 3 dice, you still have 3 dice.
It might as well be. Because
It's probably, yeah, but you don't get more successes than your dice pool would allow.
Yeah, but most of the time you're gonna miss at least 1. So
Yeah, most likely.
it might as well be an extra dice.
Mhm.
That's
But-
my thought process, anyways.
And light screen is just protection against half of the moves in the game, so half of the damage.
Yeah, you know.
Can-
Tailwind is just new.
Can the Pichu get protect?
I'm fairly sure, yes. Most things can learn to protect.
No, everyone can learn light screen and protect via TM. Depends if you have it in your move pool, though.
Oh, he most definitely does not.
Ah, okay. I don't know, because it's a psychic move. Maybe you got it.
I return.
He returns.
I needed to check up on what the dinner situation was, but now I am back.
So I think we decided upon 3 weeks.
You want to go for 3 weeks, huh? All right.
3 whole schmeckles.
Okay. I would like to note something else. Ordinarily, we are doing this now because of, well, it's introducing the mechanic, but downtime like this is ordinarily something that I would like to have wrapped up mostly in our text RP.
Thankfully. Yeah, thanks, Silas.
Yes, very much so. We were just doing it here in the game this one time because this is the first time. As you may have noticed, when it comes to learning moves, I hope your dice is ready because you're about to have to roll a lot.
Yup.
Yahoo!
So we will do this one at a time.
Should we even bother rolling if the amount of successes needed is higher than the amount of dice you have?
Technically, no.
Okay.
Unless you want to burn a will as early as possible.
No.
So,
That was a joke.
what do we do now?
We will start one at a time. You're going to try to go for 3 weeks. Low kill.
Mm-hmm.
You have roped Dusk into assisting you with training. What are you training?
I am training to learn light screen.
You will be attempting to learn light screen.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. It should be a 9, if what you said is correct.
By the way, Silas, Grant said to do him last, since he...
Very
It's
well.
calculating. Hey, for once, my overly getting ready paid off. So I'm
Yes.
getting ready.
Tanya, you will indeed require 9 successes to learn light screen.
I only have 6 dice, I'm pretty sure, for it.
Which means,
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure. Where is it?
that has been established. Because of the time periods being expressed here, we will not have you queue abilities and training just yet. Like, we won't have you say, and when I'm done with learning the move, blah, 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 blah. So you will be attempting to learn light screen. Actually, there's nothing attempted about it. You will eventually learn light screen.
Mm-hmm.
Self-destruct does 10 damage. Good luck learning it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a fucking half of a year to learn that thing.
It's literally doing a Vegeta.
Yeah.
Is what explode looks like. You just gather all that energy and detonate. Now,
That's why you need a C dot or a Pine Echo.
Marcus, what will you be doing? Marka.
I'm here. Sorry.
Marky Poo.
God damn it.
Marky-chan.
No. Cursed.
Markel Nissan.
Okay. As soon as I don't know, this guy is done over here, I'm going to see if I can rope Blue to help me find the river so I can gather clay for my forge.
Numbers are power. Roll me. Clever plus etiquette. Oh no, social skills. Whatever will he do?
Fail horribly.
Huh? One success.
Don't forget, that involved clever.
And I'll
Lore Master's reminders.
One extra.
Well,
I mean, it's one success. Maybe.
now if you were asking a stranger, that would have been a no. However, you and Blue have interacted a couple of times and have, at this point, gotten to know each other a little. Not to mention, let's just say that your efforts as a collective to recover that oval stone left an impression. He has absolutely no problem with showing you the way. And so he takes you to the river to the east alone, explaining along the way that they usually come over here himself. He is very familiar with this area because occasionally he hunts around here for basculin. Basculin and corefish, who are numerous and need to be culled because they are fucking invasive everywhere. But he is part of the individuals who was in charge of getting fish.
yes.
He isn't overly familiar with it, but he has been here long enough to know where Driller goes, Dust, to get the clay. And with a little finding, you do, in fact, find the clay. It will take you a little bit of digging to get to more pure clay, but it is available. You're a little ways from town. It took you about an hour to get here. It is a decent walk. And Blue notes that you should be careful because the river is actually the border between the territories of the Misty Grove tribe and the Oakheart warriors.
Deep, what do you mean?
Relations are good between the two tribes right now, but you should still be conscious of the fact that the other side of the river is their territory.
I commit that to memory as I gather up some clay for my forge.
In a day or two's time, you will have enough.
I'll also thank Blue for showing me this, and I'll commit this place to memory so I can go back and forth as I please.
Clay unlocked. What do you intend to do with this clay?
I'm going to make molar for the stone so I can, or at least
Molds. But
Right. We'll be constructing your forge, take up the majority of your time this downtime. Not
Yeah.
all. Very well. Will you be doing so? Will you be seeking any assistance in doing so?
I'll largely do this by myself since I know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing, but it's still a lot of work for one little weasel.
And you could use a friend to help you.
Well, if anyone wants to help, I wouldn't object to it.
Or if you want to take your little brother along.
I'm pretty sure he has his own plans. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. It might actually work anyways.
Perhaps one of the tribe members. But who?
Frost.
Yeah? Or the drill board.
No, actually, he's even worse at speaking than Marcus. They would make a great combination, actually.
Yeah, maybe they vibe together.
So, how are things?
I really just need you to work with me. We don't need to speak.
So,
and he's like, yeah, let's go.
You need to put the thing right there. What the fuck are you talking?
So, who would be the most willing to help me?
Gentle heart.
No. She's a
Out of those that, are you wondering who might be most willing, or who might most be capable?
Most willing.
You've certainly earned the admiration of some of your peers. Some members of the generosity family feel certainly indebted to you. Fancies can be surprisingly strong. Blue themselves might assist you when they are not busy. However, their responsibilities of warrior means that that might be much of the time. If you're willing, you could always try to ask Many Eyes. This is my fault for having a character in another one of my games called Many Hands.
Is he a Machamp?
Could I talk to Minnie about that?
You can. He's lounging,
I'm going to ask
having completed the bare minimum of his responsibilities.
So what do I need to convince him?
Once again,
Clever plus etiquette plus logic.
that depends. How do you wish to convince him?
I'm going to attempt to reason with them about how this forge could help me be a more productive member of the society. And then generally improve quality of life.
He's going to ask if you're going to do this with or without his help.
I just need the fort built by your help. I'll be doing the actual thing myself.
He asks if you'll be doing it regardless of his help.
Yes.
He agrees. He makes offhanded comments about at least something will have your attention. So you'll have less time to freak out. Many Eyes, with their psychic abilities, lounges nearby and occasionally assists you with the building of your forge that you will be using this time for. Ari,
Yes, sir.
what are you going to do?
I'm.
Are you actually going to try to learn Tailwind?
Yes. I think I want to rope Dash into training with me as well.
I see. Just for some company?
Yes.
Very well.
For like.
Dash agrees. At this point, you've all fought together, and there is a bit of kinship inherent to that. He is, at least a part of him, is pretty appreciative of how willing you were to go with him to kick ass.
I would be too.
So they join you. Tailwind will be 13 necessary. Difficulty, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Unless I'm missing something extremely obvious.
Is that the number?
Which I tend to do.
Sorry, I blanked out. I hate it when Discord does that. That would be difficulty 13 if your previous calculation is correct.
Yes.
Noted. You will be training
So-
with Dash to master the powers of wind and gain access to a move that is almost as broken as Lucky Chan.
Oh no. Are you gonna clip my wings?
Don't make me, bird boy.
Okay.
But I mean, at least that can be stalled out because it's only 4 turns, 4 rounds.
It's okay with multi actions. 4 turns is quite big.
No, it's big, but it can be stalled.
40 seconds have passed.
Man. I'll fucking do it again. All right, so that'll literally be 10 days of me just auto failing, and then the 11th day I'll actually get to roll 3 dice.
Ram. Electric mouse boy.
Yas.
Electric rodent. What is it you are doing?
Well,
Other than blackmailing your friend's emotion.
I mean that's the goal in life, actually. And since you said that, it actually made up my mind. I'm gonna start training. I'm gonna go hang out with Gentleheart, in case somebody shows up and they need assistance with medical stuff. And I'm going to start training Nasty Plot while I'm waiting.
You're nasty.
Concern.gif.
Yeah.
Mwahahaha. I mean, I'm with the healer. What could go wrong?
No, that's like there's no one more equipped in all the world to kill you than the person whose job it is to keep you alive.
Amen.
Yourself.
For that reason, where one person sees a hospital, another one sees a poison laboratory.
One person sees a hospital, I see a
Hey,
graveyard.
when you come in with 1 HP left, she just has to hit you like twice or thrice, and then you're dead.
Have you run the calculation on how much it will take you to learn Nasty Plot?
I believe it's 8. And I have 6 dice for it.
It is 8 due to 4 being on your list, 2 1 rank above you, and 2 because it increases the stat by 2. Is this correct?
Yes.
That is correct.
That is my calculation.
Difficulty 8, which means this isn't as difficult. I foresee much training in your future, as if I'm being perfectly honest with you, Viridian, there have been 2 occurrences where I was very, very tempted to trigger your evolution at this point.
Yeah. I am not a happy boy, though.
It's all about being loved, Ram.
Damn it. I need to go start, like, punching people. Just walking down the street punching people.
No, just ask someone if they have an Everstone.
No, seriously, I need that.
Maybe you should.
I will ask Gentleheart if she knows where I could find a Everstone.
Maybe that isn't the best idea. I mean, getting more points from evolution, that seems pretty cool.
Pichu sucks.
Pichu does suck, but Pichu's got a lot of good moves that I won't have access to ever again. Unless,
So
like...
do Pikachu.
Like
Yeah.
Nasty Plot. Like Nasty Plot.
And I should remind you
Okay,
that
so
I should remind you that he has a big angry bodyguard with him all times.
Now,
also, why can't you just press the B button to stop evolving? Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, yeah.
I keep hitting that B button, and I'm afraid it's not going to work.
Yeah, same. That's how I ended up having to restart the game.
so Titania, you have stats equipped for light screen and need 9 successes.
Yeah, no,
if
I
I'm
can-
looking at it,
It's gonna
special.
be like 3 days until I can start rolling, I think.
Ram is difficulty 8, and they have 6 dice. Titania is difficulty 9, and they have 6 dice. Area is difficulty 13, and they have 3 dice.
Ooh!
Yes. I'm doing this. Whether the laws of physics want me to or not.
They are giving you a formal complaint. Marcus,
Complaint ignored.
are you going to prioritize getting your forge functional over having a house, basically?
Get it functional first.
First priority, forge. Build everything else around it. Very well.
I mean,
Uh,
just the forge, you can just fire.
We will do this one at a time, starting from those we will get through with the easiest. Ram,
Yes.
you have been assisting Gentleheart, and you've been learning a thing or two. You've come to find out that the thing she is preparing for you, although I don't that she has prepared for you since a day or more has gone past, that I just don't have a card yet for, is a trauma kit. These trauma kits are specifically designed to treat lethal damage
Ooh.
Yummy.
in the form of natural and very potent herbs and medicines. It may or
Are
may
you-
not have some secret recipes involved.
Nice. I use starter rank Pokeballs. I just write down what it is on it as a placeholder.
So she's making a trauma kit?
She has made a trauma kit.
Ooh.
They are kind of difficult to make, as the necessary materials are pretty uncommon. But she has provided you and your team, by extension, one kit for emergencies. This first time, for free.
Is it one use only?
A trauma kit is one use only.
Okay.
It's a oh shit button.
Yeah.
As you expend medicines to save someone's life.
I'm gonna thank her vehemently.
I mean, don't worry about it. If I get even just grazed by a little move, I'm dead anyways.
Functionally, yes. Functionally, the way trauma kits work, even though I haven't written them in a card to physically give you yet, is that they can heal 3 lethal damage with no check necessary. It is automatic.
Okay.
But only 3. Damage beyond that will need to be healed with good old-fashioned...
Beat and polish.
I would probably recommend not. Field dressing. You also become more aware of her job and what she busies herself doing, and you've become familiar with the fact that she has a large variety of dried berries and herbs that are applicable for medical reasons, and a mortar and pestle.
Ooh.
What you do with this information is up to you. I shall provide you with further details in private, in text, after the game.
Fair enough.
However, you are also training in addition to offering your assistance.
Yes.
2 days pass of focusing on this. You have recalled, for now, I will let it pass for everybody, that you do remember that you can learn these moves. There are people in this village whom you can go speak with that possess this kind of information, and it is assumed that you will ask them about it.
I would
And you, in particular, Ram, Thunder was the one that provided information on what moves you might naturally be able to learn. And so you have trained Nasty Plot as he described you should try. And it does come naturally to you. Therefore, you do not need anyone to tutor you in this. 2 days pass with very, very slow progress. But on the 3rd day, roll.
Why did you make that sound so menacing?
Well, he's learning Nasty Plot.
Yeah, it's only nasty block.
Yeah.
You fail. The next day passes. You need 5 successes now. Roll 6. Day 4 is also a failure. Day 5.
Come on, bro, the same success. Go, go, go.
Day 4 is a success.
Yes.
That
You're
was
starting to figure this out.
That was consistent as fuck.
It is day 6. 6 dice.
Starting to figure out the art of being a bad person.
Yay!
It is also a
Damn.
success. You feel like you've almost got it. It is day 7. 1 week.
Ram's a bit worryingly good at this.
And it is a success. Ram, over time and mastery and focus and dedication to the craft, you have learned how to be menacing in
Yes.
a way that actually makes you physically more powerful.
Wait, that last one?
Perhaps you are simply suppressing your conscience and aiming for lethal instead of holding back. You have acquired nasty plot.
Don't the numbers only go down on unsuccessful?
They do not pass or fail. The difficulty is reduced by 1. That you will eventually succeed is inevitable. It is only a matter of if you succeed a little bit sooner.
Oh boy.
Ram,
Yes.
feel free to fish out nasty plot and add it to your list.
All right.
Do you have the necessary room for it?
Yeah, I've got open slots for 7, and I've got 5.
Very well. Pull nasty plot out. If you need my assistance, let me know. If, in the meantime, we will go to the next most likely. Titania,
Yes.
you are training with dust. It is
Mhm.
very slow going.
Mhm.
3 days pass, all you get is a migraine.
Yep.
However, on the 4th day,
I roll 6 dice.
you roll 6 dice. But you all can see why I intended this to be a downtime, huh?
Yes, I can.
Failure, day 5.
It's still nice using our voices, though. I like using my voice.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Confirmation, a failure. Day 6.
Ah,
Nope.
ugh.
That's a fucking roll.
I mean,
That's
it's
2
consistent.
6s and 4 1s.
Day 7.
That's why I wanted at least 2
Oh.
weeks. That's the reason I wanted at least 2 weeks.
Uh, you have no successes on day 7. Ram has already mastered nasty plot.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still
It is day 8. You only need 2 successes.
in bonding time with Dusk.
If it makes you feel better, you can't do any worse than me.
That's too many dice. Disregard the dice.
Even if I axe a success, you passed. You have your
Okay.
first success.
Do I need to do it one more time? Yes, right?
Do it one more time, and past this point, it's assumed you succeed automatically.
Okay.
This very, very well have taken
Hey.
the maximum amount of time.
Yeah, basically.
In 11 days of practice, you've started to master the ability to manifest barriers, like you are familiar with. You're sure you've seen this move before, and it helps you visualize it. Although not being truly psychic type yet, it certainly gives you your share of grief. But you eventually get the hang of it. You have unlocked light screen.
Also, was it 11 days? Shouldn't be like 9 at most?
I was keeping track. You really lowballed it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It was like 11 days, I think, actually. Specifically 11.
Okay. No, if you say so, yeah, because I did 6. I spent the 3 days I needed to for the to get.
Okay, well, you could have stopped it if you say so, yeah.
And then I did 6. And then I did 6 dice. It's 9. At most it's 10 days. But no matter, whatever. I don't care about 1 day or 2 days. It's not like I'm time pressed.
Now,
I have
Harry.
a week and a half.
Harry?
Uh-oh. Yes.
Now, the other two, it's reasonable that they could get a lot done before anything happens. You, however, have a high probability of not succeeding by the time an event occurs. Marcus, it will be assumed that the entirety of the time leading up to the events that is planned by Valor will be spent constructing your forge. In other words, you will be assumed to be spending all of those days, so you will not be requiring to do anything. How long it is, you're about to find out, because if we hit that day, that's where you stop, Ari.
Oh,
Now-
very cool.
Now, you're already pushing it, as you
I-
know.
Yes, I understand that. However,
So,
I don't
what's happening
learn.
now? So, yeah, I've been working on my forge the entire time, and
Many Eyes has been helping you.
yeah.
You have made progress. The clay is helping to mortar them, and soon it shall be time to fire your forge for the first time at low temperatures to bake the clay and solidify it before raising it to actual high temperatures that you would need for actual smithing. You have saved one of the more particularly large bricks and stones to work as a sort of temporary anvil until you can find something better. You also need to find an actual proper hammer. Converting stone into hammer might have limited effectiveness over time. At the very least,
I
you'll
take
burn
it.
through hammers,
So,
beating the bejesus out of them. Ari,
Yes.
you do this for 10 days
10 of them.
and eat shit
I
every day.
You know, that's a
Uh,
little.
At this point, there are many U-shaped faced imprints in the training grounds.
I'm trying my best here.
Dash has alternated between making fun of you and encouraging you.
Good lad.
10 days have passed, and on the 11th, you have your first opportunity for success. All three of these must be a pass.
Yes. All right. Luck, please be a female tonight. Damn. That is not a female.
Failure. Day 11.
All right.
Just use a will point.
Is that an option?
It is an option.
I mean,
Although, while you are training this intensely, you will not be recovering your will. You really do need to take it completely easy, rather than train or build.
yeah.
To start recovering will at a consistent pace.
This will could help me at another moment, but also I feel like we're about to get dicked.
I mean, if you really want it, you should use the will point.
Alright, you know what? You had me at will point. I'm doing it.
Your first one is a success.
That's
Any
success.
day now, your training could be interrupted. And if I'm a
You know,
particular
it could.
asshole, you will have it interrupted one day before you finish your chain.
You're...
It's I'm not
man.
gonna lie, it's actually very possible. It has me a little concerned. Roll 3 dice. As you're
Alright.
approaching 2 weeks.
Fuck. Wait. Alright, that's 2 successes.
Your second success.
One more day.
On day 12.
One more day.
Day 13, you are finally getting the hang of it. It took you all this time, but you can feel the air currents in the air, and you can twist them to your will.
Yes!
You need 1 success.
Fuck. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
No,
The game is teasing you. And so, on day 13, you have unlocked Tailwind. You have done it, and on day 14, your task arrives.
Oh
2
my
weeks.
god.
So, before we start, I'd like to be right back, real quick.
That is fine. There is something that I wish to discuss with the team anyway.
I need to do other stuff anyways. Before
Uh,
I got a few days of downtime still.
I ran the numbers. You did take a little bit longer because of bad luck. Titania, you spent 11 days training, which means you have 3 free.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Ram, you were pretty fast paced on that. I believe you did, in fact, finish on day 8. Wait, you finished on 9, I remember, because of my comment.
I finished on 7. You said 7.
Oh. Yeah. Like I said, multiple things. You finished in half the time. You have a whole week still.
I do not have perms to clone.
Was I able to ask Gentleheart if she knew anything about an Everstone?
Alright, sweet.
I will be putting that back for later. You did. The tribe keeps a stockpile of unusual items, both rare and not so rare, due to the nature of the evolution stone and the fact that that there are many Pokemon out in this world who fail to evolve at all over the course of their life, once or twice. Everstones are largely disregarded as useless.
Stop inspecting. You cannot drop something in while you're inspecting.
What? How does that work?
If you're looking inside an item, you cannot drop items in.
How do I
Roll
stop
me
looking
a
inside of it?
d6, Ram.
Wait for the lag to subside.
Oh no.
Oh, crap.
Unfortunately, because they are useless, no one's decided to keep any. There are no Everstones.
Damn it.
If there had been, they would have probably just given it to you. Unfortunate.
All right, so can I use my last remaining days to start training another move? And
If you feel so inclined,
Oh, by the way, Silas,
yes.
Oh my god.
how long did it take me to build the forge?
You're going to use all your time. 2 weeks.
All right.
I'll tell you how much progress you've made in a moment.
There is no light screen in the psychic box.
so can
It only finds light that burns the sky.
I go to Generosities and ask them if they know anything about an Everstone, and then start training Charge, which I think is 8.
I will find you that light screen. Mark my words. Just give it to me a little while.
Don't worry about
It is noted that you possess it.
it. Yeah, I already brought it down.
Are you reloading, Noah?
Yeah, I'm gonna rejoin.
Okay. As Chanseys and Happinies, they had a penchant for collecting stones, as is their natural instinct as Happinies, collecting oval stones or things that are roughly egg-shaped. There is a possibility that they might have come across an Everstone and discarded it when they realized what it was, as the whole point of finding them is to ultimately have them evolve. So it was pretty counterproductive.
Seems fair.
Roll me a d6.
They're really the only ones I could think that might.
When they hear that you are looking for one and want one, they're curious as to why.
I don't know what's going to happen when I evolve. I'm different. Even Thunder can't tell me what I am, so I don't think
Shrug.
I'm ready to find out yet.
They can sympathize with that. As it happens, they happen to do know where an Everstone is, but it was discarded where it lay many years ago. And it takes them some effort. It is none other than Grace, the Chansey, who discarded it when she was but a wee happening, and mistook it for an oval stone. After some searching with her, you spend a day finding it, eventually digging it up, and you acquire an oval stone.
I'm gonna hug Grace like crazy and just thank her and just happy mouse.
After what you did for Bubble, she is all too eager to return the favor. You have come into possession of a Everstone.
Thank you, God. Okay.
So long as it is in your possession, not even your held item on your person, at any point where I would have you evolve, I will simply say nothing.
Fair enough.
No
Beware
question.
that you will
I'm
this
curious.
will remain until you deliberately say you are removing the Everstone from your person.
All right.
Silas, I'd like to ask a question.
Yes,
This only affects him, right? Not if he's on my back, right?
it affects everyone within 10 meters. No.
If you're wearing him, you're also wearing the Everstone. No, I'm joking.
Him wearing it or keeping it on his person while riding you, Marcus, should have minimal effect. I'm not that mean.
Oh, really?
It's funny you should say that, because if he threw it away earlier, you would have already been afloat now.
You're saying that like it wouldn't happen.
Now it's time for somebody to embed a shard of Everstone inside of his body.
Oofus Maximus.
Here, have this for lunch.
Harry,
I mean, it's gonna come out though if you give it to him for lunch.
Harry, you have only 1 day left. It's assumed you spent it in celebration of you mastering Tailwind.
I'm physically pogging right now.
Ram, you
Yes.
spent a day acquiring the Everstone. It seems that your actions do have their rewards. That leaves you with 6 days to learn Charge. What difficulty is Charge to you?
I believe it's an 8.
You do not have 8 days. However, how many dice do you roll?
2. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
By the time, actually, yeah.
How are you gonna use
Well,
charge
is
with
it-
only 2 dice?
I mean,
Because because I have specifically informed them that Charge does not deliberately say that it ceases to have effect at the end of a combat.
No, yeah.
Why don't you just start getting to work on Charge? It doesn't matter if you don't finish it.
That was what I was assuming you were doing. You will use your remaining days to knock off a few of the necessary ones for the future.
Works for me.
You reduce the difficulty to 5 in that time. Still impossible, but less than it was. Titania, you have 3 days.
I mean, you don't really use your whole day to train, right? Like you're still like taking 8 hours, and then you don't have any more time to do anything exhausting, right?
Training? You spend a day dedicated to training, and it does wear you out a little bit. That's why
No. I mean, the move training I'm doing, it doesn't take the literally 12 hours. It's like most of the day, and then you have time to do leisure.
Yes,
Okay.
but your next 3 days are totally free.
No, it's just because I wanted to ask you if in my free time during that weekend half,
You did do other things.
yeah, like I don't need to roll to write song, right?
No.
Okay.
So, at the end of the week,
Can I finish? Okay. So for the days free that I have, I am gonna start working on finding the location to sing in the village, like making sure I'm not waking up anyone that's nocturnal, and building myself a little like what's the English word for the place where you sing? Sorry.
Auditorium?
Yeah, something like
Theater.
that. No, it's not a full theater.
Stage? Like a
A
stage?
stage. There it is. Which might or might not just be a log or a few pieces of rock put together in a place that's nice to sing there. But I would ask, someone, the first person I see, what place would be the best to sing at without making anyone angry.
To practice?
Practice, yes.
There is training field makes a good place to practice. It is a distance far enough away that when it's not in use by anybody, to not disturb the village too much, which is why it is what it is. Explosions and stuff can go off without making everyone want to murder each other.
The problem would be like she'll prepare the place where to actually sing because like people work, so she's gonna probably sing in the village so that people don't have to stop working to listen to her. So she should get the stage sorted first. During
You
one
wish
day.
for a place. There is one. And it was accidental. I had not noticed this error on the map until just now. But it will suit your advantage. It would seem that I've moved rock wall in front of the well that was not originally there. And now it's canon.
Nope.
But there is a problem with that though. There is a very sleepy bat sleeping right next to it.
There's nowhere in the village that you can sing that a Noivern won't hear.
Oh.
Just
Okay,
make it
so,
pleasant.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, he'll take some of the fluff that falls off Altaria and shove it in his ears every night.
That just means I need to do a late afternoon performance then.
It is a central area. It is a good spot for people to hear your singing.
Okay.
It is just paradoxic that you want some people to hear your singing and other people not to. Unfortunately, that's how sound works.
I mean, true.
Let's-
But also, you'd hope that all of the people that don't want to get woken up in the day would be somewhere where the noise is a bit more cancelled.
By the way, just a little extra something. Ari,
Uh-oh.
Dash is ecstatic about your progress with Tailwind. He very much likes it.
Of course, you fucking you're gonna make him speed.
Ow! Ow!
What?
My power is increasing.
Okay.
Dash is real excited about you.
Oh, I thought you like fucking stubbed your toe or something.
No, I tried to do a cat call, but sound suppressor.
Oh.
So, okay, that's sorted out. I will train perform for the rest of the 3 days.
Training a skill is a heavy commitment.
Is it a commitment that is gonna get broken the moment I start doing something else?
No, I merely wish to inform you.
Yeah, no. I mean, I need to start someday, and I only have 3 days.
If, say, he was to do that, how long would it take?
Purchasing a point or a skill Like I said, it's still a work in progress. However,
Okay.
the going point costs of an attribute is 200.
Oh, that's quite big.
Perhaps.
Thankfully, I don't give a fuck about it.
A skill might be slightly less than that at 150.
Yeah, no.
I mean, even then,
I don't care. I'll probably never get it.
you have nothing better to. You could just get training points
200,
anyway.
200 might sound like an inordinate amount, but I assure you it is not impossible. And I'll show you how. You spend 3 days training. Perform. Are you using logic or instinct for this?
Instinct.
Very well. Roll your instinct and your insight.
Oh boy.
Roll your insight and your instinct 2 more times.
And then the amount of success is the amount of training points he gets, right?
That's better. And that's average again.
In the span of your 3 days of practice, you have acquired 7 points. As your instinct or logic, as well as your insight increases, this number might start to climb rather quickly.
Inside is never moving. Performance, yes, though. Unless I get on 1 point when I evolve.
You do eventually get one.
Mhm.
If you concede to finally evolving to a Delphox, that is.
Oh, 2 evolution later, I get 1 more. Oh my goodness.
Braxian is an improvement, but Delphox is a final form.
Yeah. It was perform.
These training points are not towards perform. They are general training points.
General, okay.
General, they can be spent on attributes.
Okay, perfect. Even better then. Okay.
And
I thought it was like training a move where you focus on something.
If you spend these days doing that,
Mm-hmm. And I'd also spend those days like talking with Task about.
you hang out.
Yeah.
You are officially friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so
She just saw me bleeding my brain out of my ears for like a week and a half.
And so
Oh,
2 weeks
no.
pass peacefully, with nothing going wrong.
The Fire
So-
Nation.
It's almost too
I'm sorry, go on, Silas.
For eventually, the time comes that you were informed that Valor wishes to speak. I am guessing you comply.
yes.
No, I run away.
Goodbye.
Yes, I will.
Later. I can use tail.
Reluctantly, but I will.
Finally gave that survivor the chance they've been waiting.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Marcus,
Yes.
you have fired the first flame in your forge to set clay, and you think it is ready for its first test run at the end of the week. However, this has exhausted you. Many Hearts, Many Eyes did do some heavy lifting and certainly assisted you, but they more let you do the hard work.
Fair
Just give
enough.
you a sense of gratification from a job well done. That they didn't exactly know what you were doing
Lazy.
beyond the obvious. They knew the stack bricks. But they didn't know exactly how the shape affected the heat. You did. And so ultimately, much of the work was left to you. You are tired from all this work. No one here has recovered any will.
Yahoo! In fact, I lost one.
Indeed. However, in the highly unlikely event that you're not all at full health, you are now.
Yeah. I have a full health, thankfully.
And Valor is waiting for you. There you four are. You've been keeping yourselves busy.
Yep.
There's a lot of talk about whatever you're doing, Marcus.
I look a little dirty as I've been, moldering the stone, and I'm like, yeah?
Indeed. You're interested to see what will come of it. Now, your first task. Now, seeing as you're still getting the hang of things and you're junior warriors, he kind of does air quotes himself. You will have a choice. The first one is in the forest to the north. Like all things, this place has been rather peaceful. We keep it that way intentionally. However, in the north, many of the Pokemon in a small part of the woods are becoming increasingly agitated, more prone to attack. Unfortunately, every time we've tried to take a closer look into it, our other duties got in the way before we could truly give it the proper look we needed to. This has made some of them a little bit more aggressive than they've used to be, and a little bit less reasonable. We would like someone to investigate that area to find out why they are being agitated so, and put an end to it.
Put an end to the reason they're agitated, or put an end to them?
To the reason they're agitated.
Just end them.
Extermination
Why not,
mission.
We simply wish to eliminate those who caused us a problem. This forest would be a lot more empty.
Fair.
We would have a lot more enemies.
A lot more corpses. Jeez.
Your other option. So first option, investigate aggravated forest. Second option is, let me look at the notes. Yes. There are reports of a strange Pokemon west of here.
Have they been stealing?
It's got some people quite concerned, as they say that this creature is very large. However,
No.
everything we've done to investigate it has come up with nothing.
It's Changus.
It's probably people being spooked by the shadows, but we would like you to investigate anyway. If there's a unknown Pokemon in our territory, we would like to find out what it is. Ordinarily, this is something a scout would do, but they are currently busy.
Did you say to the west or to the east?
She said west.
West. So north, a bunch of Pokemon are getting a little fidgety. To the west, there is an unknown Pokemon. The last one is more straightforward, but probably good practice, ultimately. I've had some time to think about things. And well, there are days that seem like all of these mysteries that happen are in some way connected. At least that's how how it's been told to me by those who know better than I do. For this reason, your third option will be to re-enter the mystery dungeon that you went into last time to investigate it for items useful to the guild and bring them back.
I'm more interested in going out to the west to check out this thing.
All right.
Huddle, guys.
On 0, we say what we want to do. Which option do we want to do? 3, 2, 1, 2.
2.
All right, I heard like another 2.
I said 2.
I said Changus.
I said two.
Okay.
Roll out west.
Everyone wants to investigate the giant fat ass.
Yeah.
As much as the mystery dungeon would be great, like
Bear in mind, who knows what you could find in a mystery dungeon?
Who?
yeah,
Then we have to bring it back to the guild.
Trust.
I would love them going to the mystery dungeon, but it's a one-day thing. That's
It could it could literally be an oranberry in the middle of a room, or it could be the sword and the stone.
I
But
prefer
also,
Changus.
we haven't really talked about the first option. What would be making them angry? Like
But I'd like to ask Valor a question.
something. It could
Go
be
ahead.
something really bad.
What's this individual like to the west? If we have a description of him.
We're not really sure. They certainly leave a bit of a wake in their path, but every time we get close to them, they vanish.
Hmm.
Also,
So they're fast, huh? Nothing.
They've been
Dex can't solve.
We've come to know about this because they've been scaring a lot of Pokemon out of that area into other areas, leading to kind of a dead zone where very few Pokemon are inhabiting, while the others are being taxed more so than they usually were. The balance of the forest is delicate. Some of things, the refugees from the western part of the forest invading the others is starting to cause some territory disputes that could become a problem in the future.
All right, so everyone, I want to go up the west and see what that's about.
Yes, sir.
mhm.
I mean, yes, sir.
We can literally go to the mystery dungeon on our own whenever we want.
Well, that seemed a little irresponsible, but I agree.
Technically,
I mean, we
And by on our own, I mean all the four of us. On our own as a team.
by myself. Oh shit!
Do we want? Can we rope anyone else into this? It's just us four.
Well, from what I've been overhearing, Dash is a little jealous. He kind of grins of your promotion.
I think I could tell.
But I was thinking more about somebody with better tracking capabilities. If this guy,
Well, I want to say I wouldn't mind Ash along since he can handle himself well enough.
But
I mean, I think we asked him.
I would recommend that if you must get anyone else involved, that you do it among the older members of the children. Someone like Dew or Dusk. Leave the younger ones out of it.
oh,
If you must. If there were any of the more adult tribe members around to do this, I wouldn't be asking you.
Fair enough.
if Dusk is available, I think that taking Dusk would be a good idea since we're searching for one person and he probably has Odor Sleuth.
Why not all of them?
Yeah,
all of them. Let's move out
Is
of
it
an
too
army.
much to ask for all of them?
Titania, I should note something for the future. You did spend your time training, but just in case. During your time at Dusk, you have become familiar with his family a little bit more from hanging out all the time. Dusk, his parents are Vigil the Mightyena, as you might have known, And if it was not explicitly stated or implied as so, whisper the Leafeon.
Yeah,
Yeah, the scary, threatening lady.
yeah.
It has warmed up to you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
I'm waifu material. Don't worry, man.
didn't she just like chop down a rock or something to intimidate us?
I'm
No.
going to say yeah.
Is she an abusive mom? Because that would be
No.
No, she's protective.
some real
She's
material.
still
out of this.
protective.
She was mad that we were emotionally abusing her child.
Yeah.
Oh right, we did do that. Oops.
Silas,
Yes.
I guess we'll take him along.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
I
We
still
need
wanna take
somebody
that.
with tracking capabilities.
Which is cool.
You wish to go recruit desk? That's on your own prerogative. Just bring him back in one piece, please.
Sure, of course.
You should certainly be able to help. And if he does succeed, it would earn him a little bit of clout towards becoming a scout. You see Valor rub his chin a little. I don't see why he would refuse the chance. After all, you've lit a bit of a fire underneath some of the kids around here. They feel a little showed up.
Do we have a time limit?
We'd ask that you get to it with some haste.
Haste is what I can do. I smile.
Oh, ace.
I have the power of the winds with me.
If you can ever pull it off.
Yeah.
I have
So-
3 dice. Only one of them needs to succeed.
I mean, turn 1 should be fine. It's turn. It's round 5 that it might be a problem to re-up it.
It won't, because things will be ended already because we have +2 decks.
Yeah, but the problem.
settled.
So both.
We are bringing Dust along. I
Yep.
assume Titania will get him, and we'll be on our way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will ask him gently if he wants to come.
I'm asking since, well, let's get him moving already.
Did Valor say no to Dash because he's too little or something?
He said no to. He did not say no to Dash.
I'm gonna go rope him into this. There's nothing you can say to stop me.
Oh man.
Yeah, the backup fire type.
There actually is, but
The backup fire type that actually does damage.
I do think Dash would be mad if we didn't take him.
exactly, he's gonna be jealous as fuck. Also, I don't want him to be alone because he has past trauma as well.
I mean, he's not alone. He has a village full of people. But yeah.
He clearly does not feel close to them.
Oof.
So we're bringing 2 people along now.
It would seem so. Power in numbers, damn. Man.
Didn't
We're
he?
dragging Dusk along the emotional trauma group.
Mm-hmm. It's like nobody likes you except us, Dash. We like you. Come with us.
Ooh. That probably wouldn't work very well.
Yeah, that would, dude. That's actually like psychopathic, really.
Just tell him that if he does this, he'll probably get into the warriors himself.
Exactly. We need
Maybe.
very spunky.
So, we're ready?
So,
Yes.
yes. You are going to leave for the Western Forest to investigate the rumors of the enormous Pokemon. The enormous disappearing Pokemon that has been driving other Pokemon out of that section of the forest.
Gigantic Vaporeon.
Unfortunately,
Marcus's alter ego, Arcus.
unfortunately, this would usually be where we would call it time-wise, and I do have other things to do, and I greatly apologize for that.
Oh, don't
But
worry.
I think this is where we might end up calling it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that all of this session was basically busy work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy work at ketchup.
Well, we didn't exactly have much time because, haha, nature, gotta love it.
But you got some interesting new moves out of it. So that is certainly a win.
Yeah. A move that is good 50% of the time. So tomorrow
I
is
guess-
a possibility, Silas?
I will have to see. I will keep you informed. But
Okay.
I make no promises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
At this point, Ram has gained nasty plots and has gained a bit more familiarity with a number of new people. Titania, you have gained access to it was light screen, and I will get it to you when I find where the hell that card went.
No fucking idea.
Marcus, though you had a great many things on your plate, your forge is on the verge of functioning. Very verge. It can be said at this point that on your journey out and back, now may be the time to start gathering materials to begin your grand work.
Yes.
Titania, you have gained tailwind, and it terrifies me.
Yeah.
So, is it okay if I get off?
It is. I'm once
Alright.
again sorry that we have to cut it so short, but I do not have my weather machine functioning right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hopefully tomorrow, if you can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
If-
nice to
if
get all.
not-
It's nice to get all the busy work out of the way.
Yeah, if not Sunday.
I have opened the doors to infinite power. It is up to you to open them.
Mhm.
Because honestly, being able to learn any move from anywhere is insane.
I just need to charm a victim, and then I'm set for life. Not only I will always win because Victini grants victory to everyone, but I will also have searing shot.
Yes.
Bye, stream.
Bye.